I'd like to do a hillshade here in QGIS, and you see that I've loaded a dataset here, actually two raster datasets, and I can find a hillshade tool in a couple of places. So if I left-click up here and go to Analysis, I can go down and start the GDAL hillshape, and it opens this window here that asks me all these parameters. Now if I just keep the default and save this to some location, not to a temporary file, but some location, so I'll call this HS3, and run it. It creates then this hillshade layer that it'll load, so that's for the 3-meter DEM that I have loaded, and I can see the hillshade shows some of the detail. Now, this 3-meter DEM is just a subset of this larger area that we'll be working with. So I could also do a hillshade, and I can do basically in the raster terrain analysis over here in my processing toolbox an additional hillshade, and it's the same thing. It'll ask me what the input is, and I make sure that I'm using the right input. It's a different set of default parameters, but I could change those to match my other hillshade. I'll just leave them to show how it looks a bit different, and then I can make this HS9 for the 9-meter DEM hillshade and run it. And here I get another hillshade, so it shows me basically the facets and in a way that you don't see as well with the DEM. Now I can make this semi-transparent if I right-click on this and go to Properties, and then in the symbology below that there's this transparency, and I can make a layer then semi-transparent, so I can make it halfway visible to see through, and then you can see it there with the DEM underneath. So here I have the hillshade on top of the DEM, and if I want to color my DEM, then I can, it's symbology, and I'll change the color here from single band gray to single band pseudo color, and I can grab one of these displays. Now I can go here to this left side and go to create a new color ramp. Instead of a gradient, go this catalog CPT and say OK, and it opens the catalog. Come on, the spinning wheel of weight. Yeah, there we go. And we can look at the topography. There's a whole bunch here preset. So I'll pick this one, this wiki one at the bottom, and say OK, and apply it, and OK. And I get this view. Now I can mess with the transparency I want for the overlaying hillshade to make it a little bit different strength in the hillshade here. So you can see if I make it less transparent and apply it, you can see you get more of the hillshade showing through, and if I can make it more transparent, it shows more of the elevation. So you'll find some happy medium for the display that you want. And there you go.